In this corner, we have former Oklahoma and current USC head football coach Lincoln Riley. In this corner, we have the Oklahoma Sooner fan base. Again, in the news, is Lincoln Riley and his old team, not his new team. So why is that? Well, we're going to talk about all that right after this word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive, where friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-loved vehicle in stock every time. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family is always growing and ready to put you in the car or truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, only at a Dutch Miller Automotive store near you. What is up, college sports fans, Big 12 fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? Welcome into another edition of CouzsCorner. Bully yourself up to the bar and let me pour you out another shot of top shelf college football content. On tap in today's episode, we are talking about Lincoln Riley. And unfortunately for USC fans, this video has nothing to do with him coaching the USC Trojans. Once again, there is news out there, yet another what could be a distraction that ties Lincoln Riley back to his old team, the Oklahoma Sooners. You'd think he still coached there because we constantly hear in the news things about Lincoln Riley and Oklahoma, a school he's been gone from now for almost 2 years. But again, Lincoln Riley did an interview, and again, Oklahoma was brought into the conversation. This time, a little bit more serious. Lincoln Riley is making accusations that his house was burglarized and he felt for his family's safety after he announced he was leaving Oklahoma for USC. I'm going to share an article here, but this article stems from an interview that Lincoln Riley did on the Graham Benzinger show. I'll try to leave a link to that clip in the description box. But here, as you'll see, the title of the article, USC's Lincoln Riley details threats made against his family amid Oklahoma departure. This is in Sports Illustrated. It says, the amount of unhappiness displayed by Oklahoma fans when Lincoln Riley departed the program to become USC's football coach after the 2021 season is well documented. Riley, who is now in his second campaign with the Trojans, registered his third win of the 2023 season when USC dismantled Stanford 56-10 on Saturday. While Riley's main focus is elevating the Pac-12 program these days, he never forgets about his tenure in Norman, Oklahoma. However, right after his Oklahoma exit, Riley revealed that his family received threats and suspicious packages from multiple angry Sooner fans. In an interview released on Wednesday with Graham Benzinger, Riley said his top priority was to ensure his family's safety during the difficult time. And here's a quote from Riley. I didn't care about the house. I didn't care about anything else, Riley said in the interview. Just their safety, and we thought we were going to, because we wanted the girls to be able to finish out school, just because the semester was almost over. And as that stuff transpired, we said, nah, we got to get them the hell out of here as fast as we can. After USC officially named Riley the program's next football coach on November 28, 2021, he also recalled multiple break-in attempts at his home in the following days. But rather than to gather all Sooner fans in the same category as those who tried to burglarize his home, the 40-year-old said an overwhelming majority of the program's fans were wonderful. 95% of the fans and people out there at Oklahoma or anybody else are great, Riley said. You typically always have that percentage that, at times, take it too far. Obviously, this was one of those instances. Now, that sounds those are pretty serious allegations that are levied by Lincoln Riley. And if this is true, if people were burglarizing his home, that's absolutely too far, Oklahoma fans. If that happened, if those things happen, it was absolutely wrong and taking it way too far. It's football, folks. It's not life or death. Stop taking it so serious. And he also talked about in that interview how his daughter, his 9-year-old daughter, was getting messages on her phone or calls on her phone, one or the other. I don't remember which it was. And that's when they made a decision. Hey, we got to move. We got to get out of here. They were, like he said in the article, they were planning, according to Riley, they were planning on staying in Oklahoma, or at least the kids were, until the school year ended. But they had to get them out earlier because of those so-called threats, or the fact they felt threatened nonetheless. Now, here's the thing, though. A lot of Oklahoma fans are making the claim that that actually didn't happen and that that may not be an accurate story that Lincoln Riley's telling here. I'm going to share another article here from a Fox affiliate in Oklahoma about this situation. Now, this is from Fox 25, OKCFox.com. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. But it says Lincoln Riley's claims of post-departure break-ins at Oklahoma home under scrutiny. Lincoln Riley is talking about Oklahoma again. On In Depth with Graham Benzinger, Riley said his family required armed security after he announced he was leaving Oklahoma for USC 2 years ago, and that there were several incidents, like break-ins at his house, that put his family at risk. I had a lot of different people trying to break into the house the days after it happened, Riley said on the program, as reported in this Sports Illustrated article, which is the article I just shared. Sooner fans were outraged at the comments on the program, with fans taking to X to express their feelings about his comments. Riley's abrupt departure left a sour taste in Sooner fans' mouths and has had lingering impacts since it was first announced 2 years ago. So were there break-ins at Riley's house around the time Riley announced his departure from OU? Fox 25 went to Norman Police to find out. Our records and calls for service databases show no calls for service or case reports involving Lincoln Riley or the address listed below in November or December 2021, Norman Police Public Information Officer Sarah Shetler said. Riley's home, while he was coaching at OU, was in a gated community off Rock Creek Road and 48th Avenue Northwest. Norman Police would have been the responding agency to any crimes in the area, as the home was inside city limits. Norman Police did respond to 2 calls on December 17th and December 19th, 2021. Both calls were a few blocks away from the Riley home. Both calls were for, quote, suspicious activity in the area. The caller had noted a black Escalade kept, quote, driving by the house, unquote. The other call requested extra patrols in the area for the evening. So if the police weren't called to the home, could Lincoln Riley be making this up? Here's my opinion on this. Now, obviously, I'm not in the room. I don't know exactly what's going on or what happened. And I'm not going to sit here and say Lincoln Riley is lying. And I'm also not going to say the Oklahoma fans are lying, because I have no idea. I'm not taking sides here. I just wanted to share this news. But from an outsider's perspective, here's what I think overall in general about this situation. Number one, if fans were doing these things he is claiming, it's absolutely 100% wrong, like I mentioned earlier. However, why does Lincoln Riley keep doing interviews and talking about Oklahoma football? I think Lincoln Riley needs to stop doing interviews and talking about Oklahoma football. Move on from your days at Oklahoma, Lincoln. Get it behind you, put it behind you, and focus on what you're doing at USC. You're doing good things at USC. Keep the momentum going. That needs to be your focus. That and, of course, your family. But every time you agree to do one of these interviews, these articles start popping up. You know how passionate this Oklahoma fan base is. It seems to me like you just keep poking the bear and stirring the pot by doing these interviews. Most high-profile coaches don't do interviews like this. I mean, I think Lincoln Riley's doing more interviews than Deion Sanders. I mean, holy crap. Stop doing interviews. It'll make it all go away, man. If you'll just stop talking to the media about these topics, it will all go away. I don't know why Lincoln, does he like the attention? He claims he doesn't like attention. It's one of the reasons he wanted to go to USC, because he liked the fact in a big city, people don't pay attention to him as much. That was one of the selling points he talked about in one of the portions of the interview with Graham Benzinger. So if you don't like all the attention, why do you keep doing interviews, Lincoln? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. And that's why OU fans are so aggravated and irritated with Lincoln. Yes, they're mad that he left. Any fan base would be. But you keep dragging them through the mud by bringing this crap up. Just let it go, man. Move on with your life. They'll move on with their life, and everybody will sing Kumbaya one of these days. It'll all be good. Okay? That's my thoughts on the matter. Coming from a West Virginia fan, somebody who has no dog in this fight. This seems to be a very popular topic across the interwebs. So I figured I would give you my opinion on it here. Whether you want me to or not, if you didn't like this video, then give me the thumbs down button. But I do have a few Oklahoma subscribers, a few Oklahoma channel members, and I thought maybe they would want to hear my opinion on this matter. Speaking of channel members, you see scrolling along the bottom of the screen, what I like to call my pub level members, or Country Roads level, which is the introductory level into my CouzsCorner VIP club. If you want to join this exclusive club, hit the join button right below. Take advantage of the perks I have to offer there. Earlier in the video, you saw the club level, which is level 2, the $4.99 level, also called the Mountaineer Maniac level, which offers a few extra perks. Speaking of perks, right now I'm doing a score prediction contest for the West Virginia Pitt game. Send me your score prediction for that game to couz.walker at couz.walker@gmail.com, along with $5 to either my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App to get into the contest. It's open only to channel members. And here's the way it works. If you're a pub level member, $5 gets you 1 entry. $10 probably get you 2 entries. If you're a club level member, that $5 get you 2 entries. You get to guess the score twice. So give me 2 score predictions. Now, the tiebreaker game is the TCU Houston game. That way, if 2 people have the same score or are the same distance apart, I have to have a tiebreaker game. That game is the TCU Houston game. So send that to me. If you're a club level member, send it to me twice for $5, pub level once for $5. That's the deal. And assuming I get enough people in the contest, which I think I will, the winner of the contest will get a $25 prize. Obviously, if I don't get enough people, I'll just give everyone their money back and we'll go on about our day. But it's open only to channel members. So this is one of the perks offered to channel members. Hit the join button below if you want to get in on the score prediction contest. And if it goes well and I get good turnout, good participation, I will do more in the future. Also, you can support my channel in other ways. If you want to make a one-time donation with Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all of that's in the description. You can check out my merch store. You can check out the Fanatics link to do your Fanatics shopping. If you want to support me free, there's ways you can do that as well, and they're extremely easy. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this situation with Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma. And last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Help me get to the next big number of 10,000 subscribers here at CouzsCorner. Also, something I don't do enough of, please go check out my West Virginia basketball channel, where I have a co-host named Mountaineer Paul. It's called Hoops from the Hills. Go check out Hoops from the Hills if you want to keep updated on West Virginia Mountaineer basketball. We hope to have a video dropping in the next day or so. With that being said, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you tuning into this episode. And until the next one, Q Country Roads.